today's video I'm going to talk about the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. And if you don't know me yet, my name is Melissa van Dijk and I'm a makeup artist. And I recently picked up this bronzer at the drugstore, so we also prepared for further Essence product reviews as I grabbed a bunch of them because I'm so curious about the brand itself. And for today we're going to talk about the bronzer and also going to show you how you can get a beautiful application with the Essence bronzer. Now, as it already says on the packaging, it is a matte bronzer and it's available in two different shades. You have a lighter one for light skin tones and you have a darker one for medium to dark skin tones. Now, because I'm very pale, I went with a light one, and this is also the color what it looks like. And it also has a really nice smell of coconut, which is very similar and reminds me of the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, which is this one right here. But this one is a little bit stronger. So if you feel like the scent of this is a bit stronger, then this one is definitely better as it is a little bit subtle. But if you want to check out the review on the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer as well, you can check it out right here in the corner, as I did a review on it as well. Now, when it comes to the application, I have some brushes in front of me which I wanted to share with you so that you are able to get also a beautiful application. So with this texture, even though it's a matte one, it is not really creamy, but very soft and also very fine grained, which I do love because then it won't look as drying on their face as some bronzers or powders in general can. So with the application, I personally would recommend you going in with a medium-sized fluffy brush like this one right here. I personally like to use the Real Technique blush brush, which is this one, for my bronzer application, as it will give me a beautiful finish and I still have a little bit more of control over it. And it also depends on how large your face is, of course. Then you might also want to think like, why can't I just use a powder brush? Well, you can, but with a powder brush you have to be careful that they aren't too big as you want. Like, you don't want to cover up your face with a lot of bronzer. You still want to keep it very natural looking. And I have two powder brushes right here. One is a round one, a very big one, and the other one still has a very long shape to it. So when it comes to which one I would go for with the powder brush, and I would say this one right here, as you still can control where you're going to apply it. Rather than with this one, you will coat the brush with a lot of bronzer and then you're going to apply it over your face and you will end up with a lot of bronzer on certain areas where you don't want to. So that's why I would rather go in with a smaller brush and also a fluffier brush, or with the shape brush, so that it will be easier for you. Now, moving on to the application, I'm going to start off with my cheek area right here, and I have the bronzer, so I'm going to dig into it, and it is a little bit powdery, but that's fine. It has a large pan where you can dig into with any kind of brush, like the size doesn't matter. And I'm going to use my mirror. I'm going to start off with the cheek area right here. So we want to make sure that we are going to focus it on top of the cheeks, as this is where the sun naturally would bronze you, as this is the highest point. And then you slowly can build it up. Now with this formula, I have to say it is very, very fine, which makes it easier to apply. I also would recommend starting off slowly, because it also depends on your skin type, that you want to start off slowly so that it won't look like overdone or overly powdered on your face. So the more you build up, the more control you have over your bronzer. Now I'm going to move towards the temples as well. I personally really like the bronzer in general, as it will give a very soft finish. So it's not too orange, it's not too brown. It's also very similar to the City Bronzer by Maybelline when I'm comparing the shade of it. And I've done also a review on the Maybelline one as well, which you can check out right here as well, as I just love having a beautiful bronzer that just complements your skin in general and make you look like very sun-kissed. And this one has no glow. The City Bronzer has no glow as well. So those are the ones that I really prefer and that are giving me the best finish. Now I'm going to slowly work it in, and you can also do it on your forehead as well and over your nose area. But I have my bangs in front of me, like this. So now I have it evenly applied on my cheeks, a little bit over the nose, so nothing too heavy or too strong, as this one isn't as orangey. It has more of, I would say, not really a cool tone shade to it, but it hasn't a lot of orange in it, which I personally prefer, as having an orange bronzer is very difficult if you have a lighter skin tone. So I do like the shade they've picked for the lighter skin tone, people that are going to buy it. And it is also very affordable, which I do enjoy, as it will cost you around $5. So there's basically nothing, and it performs so well. So I'm just going to move towards my forehead area as well, and I'm going to put my hair aside, and I'm going to start off with this side right here. And now when it comes to the forehead area, you can go a little bit, like, not harder, but you can blend it in with circular motions. And it's so easy to blend, it won't stick to any strange areas. Make sure that if you're going to use powder, that you have already set your foundation if you're going to use a foundation underneath. Other than that, you're good to go, and it will give you a beautiful finish. Now, I personally really like on how this bronzer performs. I have to say, from the bronzers that I've tried out so far, this one and the City bronzers are by far the best ones on how it performs, how it lays on the skin. I mean, you won't see that there's powder on your skin because you're going to build it up slowly. So this is also a tip that I can recommend you. Build it up slowly so that you won't load your skin with too much product that it can't work it in, so that it won't melt into the skin again. And with this one, it still gives you a little bit of structure on your face, and it also gives you the sun-kissed glow. Of course, if you want to go a little bit more intense, you can add it on, but be careful that you're not going to overdo it. So this is basically what I wanted to share with you guys. I personally find that this one is an amazing bronzer for $5. You can't go wrong with it. They have two shades, a lighter one, a darker one. So I definitely would say, if you are curious to get a bronzer, go ahead and get the one from Essence, because you can't really go wrong with it. Also because of the price point, it's very affordable. And with that being said, I'm really happy on how this one performs. I'm also glad that I've picked it up, and this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Also hope that I could help you a little bit with the application on how you can work it in, so that you will also end up with a gorgeous look at home as well. If you still have any questions, or if you had your experience with this bronzer as well, you're also welcome to leave a comment down below, as I'm here to help you and answer you, and I'm happy to hear from you as well. Now, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!